As we age, packing a bag, driving to a crowded gym, and grinding through a 45-minute workout can feel like a mountain to climb. Often, the sheer anticipation of that effort keeps us firmly planted on the couch. But this creates a biological trap. We avoid movement to spare our aching joints, yet staying completely stationary actually accelerates that stiffness. Cartilage thins and joint structures degrade faster when they are denied regular mechanical stress. This timeline illustrates a different approach supported by exercise science, known as exercise snacks. Instead of enduring one massive block of physical stress, you distribute 5 brief, 1-minute pulses of movement throughout your 12-hour day. These tiny, independent doses of activity remove the psychological friction of the gym. They allow the body to accumulate movement time in small bursts that don't trigger the same exhaustion as a traditional session. To see why a 1-minute movement works, we have to look at the fluid inside your joints. It possesses a property called thixotropy. Like certain types of clay, this fluid becomes thick and rigid when it sits still, but turns thin and lubricated the moment it begins to move. Just 60 seconds of movement melts accumulated viscosity. Internal friction drops, lubricating the joint before stiffness settles into pain. This flow also triggers autophagy, a cellular recycling process. Movement forces oxygen-rich blood into the synovial membrane, flushing out metabolic debris and damaged cells that fuel inflammation. Maintaining long-term joint health relies on these frequent low-burden interruptions to our sedentary periods to keep our internal fluid dynamics clear and functional. Knowing we need to move every few hours is easy. Actually remembering to do it when we're focused or comfortable is the real challenge. We solve this with a tactic called habit stacking. Instead of trying to build a new routine from scratch, you attach a brief movement to an action your brain already does on autopilot, inserting the new habit directly into an existing neurological loop. Take your morning hygiene. You already brush your teeth every day. By simply raising onto your toes for 60 seconds while you brush, you strengthen your calves and the stabilizing muscles that prevent trips and falls. You can do the same in the kitchen. While waiting for the coffee to brew, use the edge of the counter for a few incline push-ups. It takes no more time than standing there waiting, but it builds upper body resilience without needing a gym. When you hitch these movements to established routines, your brain doesn't perceive them as a workout. They just become a seamless part of your day, which makes consistency almost automatic. During the afternoon, we tend to settle into long blocks of sitting. This is when joint fluid thickens and the cycle of stiffness begins to take hold again. Prolonged inactivity also accelerates sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle. You can fight this with the 5 times sit-to-stand rule. Every time you get up from a chair, stand up and sit back down 5 times in a row. This builds the lower body power required to maintain your independence. Even evening relaxation is an opportunity. Use television commercial breaks to perform a minute of gentle marching or chair squats. This prevents joint stagnation before you head to bed for the night. To qualify as an effective exercise snack, the movement must be brief, repeatable throughout the day, and specifically designed to interrupt sedentary physiology. Integrating these micro-workouts into your transitions turns an ordinary schedule into a continuous engine for physical preservation. This chart shows the compound effect. 5 2-minute snacks a day adds up to 5 hours of activity every month. That volume provides a measurable training stimulus for your heart and muscles, despite never feeling like a traditional workout. The barrier to entry is virtually zero. You don't need a gym membership, you don't need to change your clothes, and you don't need any specialized equipment to see results. I challenge you to pick just one habit in your day, whether it's checking the mail or boiling water, and stack one 60-second exercise snack onto it starting today. Please consult your healthcare provider before beginning any new exercise routine to ensure these specific movements are appropriate for your current health status. The resilience of an aging body comes from these small, relentless choices to simply keep moving. Every snack counts toward a more mobile future.